Did you know that stress is the number one barrier to college success? Stress is your body's reaction to the demands of the world. All of us experience stress on a regular basis, and most of this stress actually serves to motivate us. However, like most things in excess, too much stress can be harmful. Having persistent stress can cause mental health problems and physical difficulties such as headaches, insomnia, and even a heart attack. It is important that you learn about stress, how to handle it, and warning signs you should not ignore. Do you know how to handle stress?
Isn't it true that stress is everywhere and you can't do anything about it?
It is true that stress is everywhere. Some people do want to have, life without stress, but you're going to have stress in life. But it's a myth to think that you can't do anything about it. There's absolutely a lot of things you can do, and most of it you can plan ahead. Some people really benefit from setting priorities and really looking at, okay, what are the things I can accomplish, and let's deal with those first, and then I'll get to the more complicated. So if you really are proactive, and especially when there's certain times of the year that you know you're going to be stressed, like midterms or finals, if you be proactive, that can really reduce the load. So yeah, even though you can't avoid stress, there are definitely things you can do to cope with it.
Is there one best way to manage stress?
No, there is not one best way to manage stress. I mean, there are some things that common recommendations that we might make in terms of either exercising, living an active lifestyle. But again, everyone is different. For some people, their stress is how they think about things and how they perceive things. So they might want to really take a look about their perceptions and their beliefs. For other people, they don't take care of their bodies. And so being physical and being active or relaxed or sleeping, that might be something they need to focus on. For other people, stress is related to other emotions. When they get stressed and they get angry or they get depressed, and so they might need a more of an emotional approach. So no, there's not one best way, but everyone can find a way that works for them.
How do you know when you're under too much stress? What are the warning signs?
There are warning signs about stress, and it may be hard on a college campus because we're in a culture where people just expect to be stressed at a certain time of year. But if you know any really significant changes, that would be kind of the big thing. So in other words, you used to be motivated for studying, or you used to be motivated for finals, but all of a sudden you just don't have the energy, or you don't feel like hanging out with your friends. That would be a really significant change. Any other changes, like significant changes in your sleep pattern, where either you're sleeping way too much or just not enough, that would be something that's also significant. Changes in appetite, changes in weight, things like that. Anything that really kind of is different from your routine, or any kind of different in terms of the way you think or your attitude or emotions, those would be warning signs that it maybe is too much.
Anxiety and stress management are perhaps the most common issues that students report to the Counseling Center at TCU. So we know a lot about treating stress and anxiety, and we can help. There are various forms of treatment, including individual counseling, group counseling, and biofeedback training, all of which have been shown to be effective. Counseling sessions are free for enrolled students at TCU. Appointments are scheduled on a first-come, first-served basis and typically last 1 hour. You can call 817-257-7863 to make an appointment. In case of an emergency, walk-in appointments are available during regular business hours, which are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The Counseling Center is located in the Brown-Lupton Health Center at 2825 Stadium Drive. The Counseling Center has its own entrance on the west side of the building that faces Stadium Drive.